Maple Weekend, this weekend, different sugar houses are open to the public to show people the tree tapping, how the syrup is made, the different products that can be made from syrup. Typically, in years past, we've been around the second week of February, and it lasts usually to the end of March, first week of April, before season's over with. I'm going to drill a hole right here. I'm going to drill about 1 inch deep. There's no real need to go any deeper than that because the sap's found just inside the bark. Tap that right there on the end. Keep going. What makes the sap flow is a nice sunny 40-degree temperature day. I don't believe it's 40 yet, but maybe in the sun it's pretty close. You want to catch that first drip and hang that bucket? There you go, perfect. So this isn't the way we gather sap. The way we gather sap is with the tubing system. So the sap drips from tree to tree out of those tubing lines, goes down into what we call a main line and down into our pump house. So we have one spot to gather it instead of gathering the sap with the bucket system.
So how a normal system for sap would work is it'd be gravity fed down the hill. We do anywhere between 3,500 to 4,000 taps a season. We try not to tap the tree in the same spot every year. Some trees will have anywhere between 5 to 6 taps if it's a big enough tree. Smaller trees such as this one or the ones down there will have 2 to 3 taps. We take the taps out at the end of spring. The tree pretty much regenerates itself, accumulates, all of its sap back to where it was before. The tree should be good for its whole lifetime. That's why you can see taps in a lot of older trees.
The sap enters this preheater tank, heats at about 120 degrees, enters in our flue pan, which that sap pushes the lighter sap from one pan to the next, enters up in our front finishing pan, does the same thing, pushes that lighter sap from one pan to the next until it enters our draw-off point here, which right here is about 219.9. So once it starts drawing off, we'll take the hydrometer and test it with a hydrometer. This measures the density of the syrup. So once the syrup is put in this tank here, we'll then pump it from here through our filter press, which is in the other room. That takes any of the impurities out of it before we end up bottling it.
You got all these fixed? Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Beautiful. I do enjoy making the syrup, making the value-added products, the candy, the cream. Everybody does things a little bit different, at their sugar house, so people can get a chance to see what we do here today and go to another sugar house and do that, across the state.
You actually took a section of that bark when it's fresh and green and opened it up.
My favorite part, I think, being in the woods, doing the work, doing the installation, tapping the trees, and getting to see that reward at the end of the day with making the maple syrup.